In this video, I'm going to show you how to transcribe into the template correctly. There were some instances where all of the text was in just one cell, and that's not ideal for our purposes because we need to break up the paragraphs even if there's only one person talking, even if there is one cell. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. And I basically want you to follow this instruction because it's very important from an editing point of view or a formatting point of view, which I do on this end. You're doing the transcribing, you're inputting the main information on your end, but I'm finalizing and I'm putting the transcript together. And I do that using macros. And I should point out that this template is the basis for all kinds of transcripts that we do. We have many different formats according to the needs of the client. And rather than struggling with every transcript that we get trying to make it fit the format that they ask, because you would then have to know how to format each transcript, I don't want you to worry about formatting transcripts. I want you to be concentrating on hearing the audio correctly. So we do the formatting on our end, and we work from this table format, and we run macros. And the macros are designed in many different ways to format the transcripts in many different ways. So, but to start, let's start transcribing into this template, and you will see what I mean. So, to start off, your document should always look like this when you first open it. There should be one row with two columns, and in the left column should be the letter M. The letter M stands for moderator. That's usually the person who asks the questions or leads the session, and typically they're the first person who speaks, but not always. In this particular case, you're going to see that the respondents are talking first because for whatever reason the first part of the audio was cut off. So I'm going to show you in just a moment here now how that's done. But essentially the table works by using the tab key. The tab key creates new rows, and it allows you to jump from cell to cell using the tab key. You can use your mouse, but the mouse isn't the most efficient way. Okay, so let's start transcribing. Now you may hear the audio a little bit faint because you're not hearing it directly fed into this video, but it's picking up off my microphone. But the audio should be fairly loud, so I think you'll be able to hear it well. Let's start.
My name is Mia. I'm a housewife.
Okay, so you can hear that the first person talking says, "My name is Mia. I'm a housewife." Well, that's not the moderator. That would be a respondent. And so I'm going to change this M to R, and then tab, and it jumps to the next field, and I'm going to type that out now.
My name is Mia. I'm a housewife.
Okay, so my name is Mia. We put names in brackets to indicate that we don't know for sure how to spell their name. If you know with absolute certainty how to spell someone's name, then you don't need to put brackets around. But just because a name is common, like Thomas or Jonathan, doesn't mean you should put them, should leave them outside of brackets. Please put them in the parentheses because we are not sure how it's spelt. Many people spell their names very differently. For example, Johann is spelt with two N's on the end. Many people in some countries spell it with one N. So you should put Johann in with brackets, unless, of course, you know for sure how to spell the name. And you would know that Johann has two N's in my case because you have seen all my correspondence. That's what I'm saying. So please, if you can verify that the name is spelt this way, whether you check an official website or you just know the person, put the names in parentheses otherwise. Okay, so let's continue. Period.
I live with
My name is Mia.
My name is Mia. I'm a housewife. I live with my husband.
I'm a housewife. Period. I live with my husband. Extra space there, get rid of.
My child in 6th grade.
Comma, my child in 6th grade.
6th grade, and with my mother,
comma, and with my mother, period. We're a family of 4. My hobby is taking pictures.
My name is Kasumi. I'm a part-time
Okay, so as you can hear, the interpreter is speaking at this session, and it's one voice but many other people within this focus group. So now that there is an introduction of another person, I should create another row to distinguish that another person is speaking. So I'm going to click Tab and type R because I know it's another respondent, and I'm going to type in what they said.
My hobby is taking pictures. My name is Kasumi. I'm a part.
Okay, my name is Kasumi, period. I'm a
part-time housewife. I'm a part-time housewife.
Part-time housewife, period.
My husband. I don't have children, and I live with my husband. And I like to read books and comics, and my hobby is to do Twitter and blog.
Period.
My name is Heke.
Okay, a new person speaking, so tab again, R for respondent. My name is Heke, I think.
My name is Heke, and I'm self-employed. I live with my.
And I'm self-employed. I live with my husband.
My 2 sons, and my mother-in-law, father-in-law.
Mother-in-law, father-in-law, period.
And my hobby is to do blogs.
My hobby is to do blogs and
Mixi. And my name is Macho,
Mixi is a social networking site in Japan. A new person is speaking, so I click Tab, R again, and Tab again.
And my hobby is to do blogs and Mixi. And my name is Macho, and
hi, my name is, I think it's Majo, or Macho.
I am a dedicated homemaker. I like pro wrestling, and
I like pro wrestling.
Like one-on-one fighting
games. And one-on-one fighting games. Period.
Okay, thank you very much.
That sounds like the moderator now, because she said, okay, thank you very much, which is what a moderator would say. Okay, thank you very much, period. I'm just waiting for it to continue. Okay, please look at concept 1.
Please read concept 1 and rate it.
Please rate concept 1 and rate it
on a scale from 1 to 5.
On a scale from 1 to 5.
According to how interested you are to purchase it.
According to how interested you are to purchase it. Okay. So I'm just going to stop right there. So this looks quite clean, quite plain. You can distinguish who's speaking, that different people are talking. And that's how you would do the transcribing when you have multiple voices, multiple people in the group. Now, let's say, for example, the moderator is going to go on and speak for some time. Well, I'll show you what will happen. I'm just going to create some extra text here from the moderator. I'm just going to copy this rather than typing. And I'm just going to paste this in. So I'm going to paste and paste and paste and paste and paste and paste. And they're going on for quite some time, but I'm going to stop now. But notice what happened. The text shifted, the cell, the row shifted onto the second page. And I had this large white space on the first page. And it's not a big problem, but it might throw you or confuse you. And this, when you look at this big paragraph, it's actually harder to read because it's all one big blob, and we don't want that. So I'm going to eliminate all of this text, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So notice how the text jumped back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advise you that basically when one person is talking and continues to talk for a period of time and it goes beyond 4, 5, 6 lines, create a new row, create a new paragraph. That will help break up the monotony, if you will, of the text. Well, here's an example. Okay, I'm going to create some more text here. So there we have 6 lines of text. Now rather than continuing to type in this box, I'm going to go Tab. And I can put M if I want, but I don't need to because I know it's the same person talking. So I'm going to create a new row and create more text here. So I'm going to enter that in. And there we go. We have 6 more lines of text. But the moderator is still talking, for example. And I don't want to put it in all of this cell, so I'm going to hit Tab again and create a new row and start entering more text in the cell. So I'm going to start typing in here, and here's how it would look. Okay, so now that I see that I'm at the bottom here, if I want, I can keep typing a little bit more, or I can just create a new tab and type some more in. And I'm going to do that. Whoops, and I did that incorrectly because I did that in the left column and not the right column. So I'm going to put it in the right column where it belongs. Bear with me there. And I'm going to start doing that again. And again, just keep hitting a row after 5 or 6 continuous lines. It just makes for better reading. If you look at this document up here, it's just easier to read now. And when we do the final formatting, then we know that it's going to look cleaner too, and it's going to make things a lot easier. And notice that even though this is all blank here in the left column, we know it's the moderator talking because it's a continuation. And the moment then that someone else speaks, you would type in this case, R for respondent, and then you would start typing your text. But the moment another respondent speaks, you create a new row and do the same. Okay? I think that makes it fairly clear as to how to use the table. If you have any more questions, by all means write to me and I will clarify that for you.